Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's astrologer Eric Rosen here, and I wanted to talk to you today about launch number 2 of the Love and Money Group Coaching Program. Launch number 1 was so successful. I had my students that were in it that were manifesting some pretty crazy things right off the bat. One of them was gifted a $20,000 vehicle, 6 months of paid insurance and sales tax. Another one got approved to be in a $5,000 sleep study. The appraisal on her mom's estate, who had unfortunately passed away, came back like 25-30% higher than what was expected, And the funny thing is, about these testimonials of what they were able to manifest was the fact that they didn't really have to do anything. And that's actually what we're retraining in this program, in this Love and Money Group Coaching Program, is that you can love and appreciate your life and not have to go out and do things that you don't want to do for money. You don't have to struggle with blood, sweat, and tears work ethic. You don't have to wear golden handcuffs either to live a life that you don't really enjoy, that you're not happy with because of, earning money, right? This is actually showing that you can receive, that you can just receive from the universe, that we've been so trained and conditioned that our worth equates to how much value that we contribute, our time, our energy, our effort, and all these different things, that we've forgotten that if we feel that our efforts, what we're doing are not good enough, or that we're not good enough, we shut ourselves off from actually receiving the prosperity and abundance that proves, when the universe calls bullshit on those toxic beliefs, that you are good enough to receive, that you don't have to go out and struggle or prove yourself, with a certain business, a job, a title, doing something you don't enjoy. It's not about overworking yourself. It's not about, damn it, I'm not getting it right. I've got to try harder. I've got to fix things. Like, why can't I be better? Throw all that shit out the window, okay? Because one of the energies that we work with, because we're working on a very spiritual level with releasing these negative, toxic belief systems that keep you from prospering financially, is actually working with divine feminine energy, which is a path of unconditional love, of empathy, that recognizes underneath the toxic soup of those negative conditioned belief systems and stories and your money traumas and just everything that's happened that's led you to where you're watching this video, is that you are inherently worthy. And because you're inherently worthy, that means that you're also not going to be punished by struggling, by not having money, by not having prosperity. It's only though that when we feel that we're unworthy, or we feel guilt, we feel shame, that actually we block ourselves from things coming in. So working harder is not going to change things. That's an old model. That's the old 3-dimensional way of approaching things, where everything has to be worked out. I call it horizontally on the physical plane. Whether you're looking at, well, the money comes from bank institutions or the Federal Reserve, or it comes from my boss, or it comes from how I earn this money, just like all these different things. And it's one of those things where when you actually take a step back and you go, wait a second, like who done it? Who did this? Who created this? And the truth was that it was a consensus reality creation, from, a collection of human beings a long time ago. But what we're talking about now, shifting into, you creating your own reality and creating in these higher dimensional spiritual levels first, that thus, as above, so below manifests itself down here, is you being a creator, your independence, your sovereignty, to be okay with being on your own, going, you know what? This is the life that I love, that I'm going to design for myself. Like, damn it, I'm worthy of it. I'm going to create that. Now, the best part about this is that while you have the free will to choose that, you also have what I call the codes that are actually within your heart, that already knows what your path of service is, what your path of purpose is, that knows that you have a wealth blueprint in the spiritual realms that transcends the 3-dimensional structures of your bank, your job, your business, all these different things. And when you work on these higher energetic levels first, that's when you become free to create more of your dream reality. So this is something that you're interested in. You're ready to get out of the toxic beliefs that are keeping you stuck from earning prosperity, receiving prosperity in ways that are actually congruent with the lifestyle that you want to live. Click that link. That's going to be the intake coaching call. You get a one-on-one private call with me where we're going to set up some goals for you. We're going to identify your blocks before we start the 4 weeks of the group coaching program. So that link is either going to be, depending on where this video is at, comment section, bio. You'll know where to find it. I trust you on that. And so when you actually click on this link, when you schedule this intake call with me, that's going to take you to where you're paying for the course, and that you're going to see, oh, okay, we're starting the first session Wednesday, August 2nd, shortly after the full moon. So those 4 consecutive Wednesdays starting on August 2nd in August from 7 to 9 p.m. Central Time is when we're going to do the group coaching. We're going to be doing the spiritual energy work, okay? Like clearing these belief systems. I'm going to be doing what's called trance channeling, like spiritual channeling from divine beings that are meant to, come in and bring sort of a positive, like holy touch, like through my speaking, that helps upgrade your DNA, like that upgrades your cells, that deletes cellular codes that were actually keeping you locked in this like 3D matrix stuff where, you're living a life that you don't really enjoy. And it's the golden handcuffs, or you feel like you're working for the man, all these different things that people lament about in our society with money. Like there's another way, there's another way out. It reminds me of one of the Hunger Games movies. There's a moment where in order to get out of the Hunger Games, Katniss like shoots her arrow up to the zenith point of that dome thing that they're in, and it breaks everything down. Like that's what we're doing. We're gonna use your metaphorical bow and aim your arrow at your wealth blueprint that exists in the cosmos and also exists within you as you're a part of that, and connect you to that so that you can actually start to see your ability to manifest, to co-create your reality. So once those belief systems are out of the way, you're going to start to immediately feel shifts after week 1. My students in the first course were immediately feeling that. And by like week 2, they were starting to see manifestations show up that they were completely unexpected, which is probably the most fun part about it, is like the things that you weren't even expecting to come into your life in a good way that they do. And so those belief systems get cleared, and then we start to just work on, upgrading your mindset, raising your consciousness that's also going to be on the same trajectory of how humans are evolving too. Like all the change you're seeing in the world, all the fear, disruption, the economy and stuff like that. That's because we're meant to evolve to a different level of understanding what prosperity wasn't, which was, again, gold, sweat, and tears. Yeah, right. The golden handcuffs, blood, sweat, and tears work ethic, and be like, no, like I'm independent. I'm the ability to create my life in a way that feels good for me, that feels good for my friends, my family, my children, that feels connected to a long-term sense of, purpose and service that you can just keep building in life, that even when things don't feel perfect, even when challenges do show up, you're not thinking about escaping your lifestyle or jumping ship. You're just fully committed, and you have that faith, that knowing within yourself, because you've transcended these fear-based money belief systems, and you're more connected on a spiritual level of that higher consciousness, that you can trust that things are going to work out in your favor, that you can feel grounded and stable in that reality. Stability comes from within you now. It's not going to come from outside you. I'm going to say that again. Stability comes from within you. So when we eradicate these fear-based belief systems, old money disappointments and stories, your central nervous system gets to relax. That's where spirit will move through you easier. It also moves through the breath, the way it's connected to the central nervous system. You feel more calm, you feel more stable. So again, the price is $397 for this course. The number one safest investment that you can make on the planet right now is in yourself, in the uniqueness of the awesome spiritual being that you are, and to bring that intensity into the collective, into the physical reality. All right. Look forward to seeing you there. Click that link.